Hey, it's Rich. Welcome back. I just finished my 33rd week on Wegovy. I took my 34th shot just a few minutes ago. So far, so good. Normally, I like to say so far, so great, but I'm kind of in a stalled weight loss mode right now. Stick around to the end to find out my totals this week. But as I'm kind of telling you in the beginning, it's kind of stalled, and I'm kind of disappointed about it. I don't think it's a mystery. Ultimately, it's calories in, calories out, and you have to go to a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. I think the difference is that in the last couple of weeks, I've experienced more hunger cravings, more cravings for certain foods that I didn't experience for the first 25, 28 weeks that I was taking the drug. And so, for example, I had planned to do something a couple weeks ago, and we were going to have pizza for dinner, and I haven't had pizza in a long, long time. Very excited about it. All I could do is think about it. And then we actually didn't get together, so I did not get any pizza. And now every time I turn around, I wake up in the morning, I think pizza, pizza, pizza. And I think about lunch, and I think pizza. And I think about what I'm going to have for dinner, and I think pizza. Now, I don't have pizza, but now I'm thinking about it all the time. Now I'm missing it all the time. And I think that's not a good situation for me to be in, because then, even though I eat something healthier, then I eat something else because I'm still craving something. So maybe I have more fruit than I would typically have. Maybe I have more pieces of candy where, normally I'm at another person's house and they have a candy dish out, and I'll take two or three. Well, now I take a handful, that type of thing. Yeah. So I'm experiencing cravings now, and so I think it's time to really consider whether I increase the dose or not. And I know that I've been at the lowest dose. I've been very pious about, I've been at the lowest dose, and look how wonderful I am. And now I think I'm going to have to increase the dose. So I will. I'll let you know how it goes. Again, I just took my 34th shot, so I have two more pens in the box until I have to get my next prescription. So I have a couple of weeks to think about it, and then I will talk with my doctor over the next couple of weeks and decide what we'll do. But that's the direction I'm leading, unless something changes dramatically over the next couple of weeks. And remember, next week is the Super Bowl week, Super Bowl Sunday, where we have, in my family, we have all kinds of really good football food, snack food, grazing food. It's a tough Sunday for me. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you informed. I wanted to talk about just the thought process here, and I think we all fall in our little categories. We all fall in our little camps, and we don't ever take a step back and think about it. I was, you shouldn't be on Wegovy because it doesn't work. You should be on Wegovy because it works. You shouldn't be on whatever. You shouldn't take the drug because it's bad for you. You should take the drug because it's good for you. And people fall in their little camps, and then they claim to have done some studies, and they've done their own investigation, and they know all about it. And realistically, they don't know anything. I want to talk about what I saw in the news yesterday, and I'm not trying to be political, so please don't click off before you hear the direction I'm going in this conversation. Tomorrow's Groundhog's Day, and remember what Groundhog's Day is? Is that bunch of drunk people? Let's face it, bunch of drunk people stay up in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, to watch Punxsutawney Phil. They pull this groundhog out of a box, and at 6 a.m. they show it around, and if he sees his shadow, then we're going to have at least 6 more weeks of winter. If he doesn't see his shadow, yay, we're going to have an earlier spring. And that's my recollection of what Groundhog's Day is all about. And now there's a dispute on whether we should be using Punxsutawney Phil, whether we should be using a live groundhog. Should it be a stuffed groundhog, or I think PETA said, hey, how about the Ethical Treatment of Animals group said, why don't we use a groundhog's cake? So I'm thinking cake. I'll take a groundhog's cake. So I'm immediately forgetting what they're talking about and thinking about cake. But there's other people who are saying, oh, that's ridiculous, and the PETA's crazy, or the people who are treating animals are crazy. And I'm thinking, how about the third option, which is you do understand why you see a shadow, right? Whether it's a live groundhog or it's a inanimate cake, You see the shadow because there's a sun and either there's clouds or not, right? And the density of the clouds dictate whether you see the shadow on the ground pronouncedly or you don't. I think we should remember the bigger picture on some of these arguments and say, does it really matter, right? And do we really think that knowing if it's sunny outside or not at a particular moment in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, uh, dictate whether we have more weather or more winter, or whether maybe it's just a little fun? And if it's just about fun, maybe there's other options. Maybe there isn't. I don't know. But I've been reading the comments, and the comments are so vehemently angry on both sides. And it's like, yeah, you do understand it's just clouds or not, right? That's all it is. It's clouds. If it's cloudy, spring's coming earlier. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out, that I think sometimes we get locked into our thinking and we don't take a step back, like I'm trying to do with Wegovy, saying, hey, it was really important to me that I stay at the lowest dose, and I don't know why it was important to me. But now it's actually more important to me that I continue to lose weight. We'll see how it goes. Anyhow, enough of the non-political political conversation. I wanted to talk about the groundhogs, and what do they say the groundhog is doing in France? He's seeing his chateau. I would tell you, here, let me tell you another joke. What do they say about the groundhog in France? Oh, wait, I just keep telling that joke over and over again. Oh, well, it was a good movie anyhow. All right, anyhow, we'll move off of this subject and get to my diary results this week. I didn't gain any weight. I didn't lose any weight. I'm still the same. I don't know how that happens, but it's just right at zero. That makes me still 91 pounds down. I'd like to do more. Still thinking about what I'm going to say to my doctor the next couple of weeks to say if I'm going to increase my dosage or not. But 91 pounds down, I'm not getting it back. We'll see you next week.